Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're doing well today. Here's a powerful and simple process to transform our undesirable traits and internal challenges in order to become lighter and more free. These techniques have come naturally to me through my own journey of transformation and have worked very well. I made an earlier video about dealing with unwanted memories, and this video today continues this series of shadow work and inner healing techniques. So let's outline this process, and then I'll provide a personal example. Firstly, we own and acknowledge our unwanted trait or internal struggle that we are dealing with. Next, we release the power it has over us with a simple visualization technique. And thirdly, we replace the struggle with its opposite, affirming a new positive quality. Okay, let's open up the stage of our awareness and do the work. Step 1. We take a negative trait or internal struggle that we want to change, and we own it and acknowledge it. It might be self-criticism, impatience, or perfectionism, for example. It really could be anything that you want to change. State out loud, I acknowledge my, stating your trait or challenge, and I own this. Own it, feel it, talk out loud about it. This might feel uncomfortable, but what we don't own owns us. We are no longer pushing it away, and it's not about making ourselves wrong or feeling guilty. We are now simply facing ourselves in order to realign ourselves. Step 2. We release the hold this characteristic has had over us. We aren't getting rid of the trait as such, more so releasing its energy from our being. We are no longer choosing or defaulting to its power it once had. Now, imagine yourself standing on the edge of a great abyss or canyon. State out loud, I release my, and use the negative trait that you want to release. Breathe in deeply, then exhale, and see this negative trait as a grey mist or vapour leaving as a breath from deep within your body. It falls into the abyss as a grey stream of mist, never to return. Keep breathing it out until your breath looks or feels clear in your inner vision. You may well feel an energetic shift or feel lighter during this step. Finally, we replace this with its opposite, a positive affirmation of the characteristic that will now replace the unwanted energy. Speaking out loud an affirmation, use the words, I am, and the new positive trait. I am is ideal, or use I affirm or I embrace if needed. For example, I am self-love, or I embrace my imperfections with acceptance. As you speak the affirmation, see yourself and your aura being filled with a bright white light. Light is a powerful tool when making positive changes like this. And there we have it, 3 steps to positive transformation. Celebrate these victories and new changes as you face your shadows and challenges, and for doing this work of inner alchemy. Be kind to yourself as a parent would be to a child. In closing, here is a quick example from my recent experience that I really felt an inner shift from. So recently I found myself in quite a spiral about self-worth and felt desperate to understand why I've been so hard on myself at times. I felt this stemmed from an underlying fear of failure. While it would be helpful to know where this originated from, the beauty of this process is that you can start working on it anyway. So I worked through these 3 steps that have been in my spiritual notebook for some time. I'd been wanting to make a video explaining this for a while, and now it was coming up for a reason. I owned my fear of failure and being hard on myself and spoke this aloud. Then I released this into the abyss and felt much lighter and a real internal shift. Then I affirmed my self-forgiveness and self-love over and over again. I noticed that self-forgiveness wasn't that easy for me to affirm, but through persistence, I broke through. I also noticed how the breath in step 2 would get stuck as a grey ball in my throat until I kept breathing it out into that abyss. I felt a sense of seeing myself as a child, like a loving parent would, during the affirmation, and I would feel a real change over the coming days. So here is the affirmation I used as an example to you, and thank you for watching, and I hope this has resonated with you on your journey to wholeness and freedom. And until next time, may you be empowered and blessed.